Hello YouTube, just saying hello to my subscribers, hello to my new subscribers. If you're new to the channel, welcome. You have come to the right space, the right place. I just wanted to send out an encouraging word because a lot of people that I've bumped into, they have dreams and visions. And even myself, sometimes you forget who you are outside of work, because let me tell y'all something. I don't care what your mammoth told you. The biggest scam, and everybody knows it but don't want to admit it, the biggest scam is getting an education and working for somebody. Then when you sit down and think about it, that is the dumbest shit that anybody can ever do. And I'm guilty of it because that's what I'm doing. I think I spoke about it in a previous video. Most trade jobs, and when I say trade, I mean plumbers, I mean people who work with their hands. Generally, they make more money than college grads, right? Myself, and it's not just because it's criminal justice, but with most majors, you're not going to be making so much more than a person who don't have a degree. As of right now, I make $2 more than someone who does not have their degree. That's a slap in my motherfucking face. You know how many times I had to stay up till 3 in the morning doing a paper about a topic that I don't even care about, or I'm not gonna even, and let me tell y'all something, most of the things that I actually learned was from Netflix and the internet, right? Because I'm not gonna say the professors are lazy, because they have a life outside of work as well, but most professors, they get their lesson plans from the internet. How do I know? Because when I was in school, and I'm done so I could admit it, I would Google answers, and you know what would pop up? A whole lesson plan, right? So most of these professors, they don't even think of their own lesson plans. They're copying from another colleague or from somebody else, right? And most of the stuff is on the internet, right? You don't have to go to the library for research. Everything's on the internet. So you have people that are very smart. You're actually smarter if you do your own research than if you just rely on school. Because the only thing I've ever really learned in school was when a professor told me that we actually did the research through IBM. There's a Microsoft gym on there, and we found out that there's more white people that get tickets in the suburbs. So that was like interesting to learn. And him being a previous police officer, he said that there are more whites incarcerated, but they'll never tell you that because they're always going to put out negative statistics about your own kind, because they don't want you to feel good about yourself. They want you to think that everybody's in a negative space. They want you to think that everybody's a high school dropout or college dropout, or we all haven't. No. So they put the negative statistics out there so you won't know the truth. But the honesty of it all is we are the minority. Yes, we have issues, but it's never like, oh, well, no. Most of the people that are in the prison system are white. So that's something I learned from school. I don't think I would have learned that anywhere else. But I said all that to say this, that if you have a business, if you have a dream, go chase it. I'll be the first to tell anybody. There's so many black people that I've met that they've had a business, it didn't last 2-3 years, and then they gave up. That is the worst thing you could do, because you have one life to live, and when they're at your funeral or whatever, you want them to say that you did this, you did that, not just, and it's hard, it's actually, sometimes it's just easier to give up, but you have to keep trying, you have to keep pressing on, even though it may seem hard, even though it may seem like, what's the point? But if you got a vision make it plain. The word says, write down the vision and make it plain. That's all I wanted to say. And those are my thoughts.